Jeremy Lewis.
Yeah, I know Astro.
Yeah. Space up. Throw it to me cause I can get it on. Rule number 1, keep your eyes open. Rule number 2.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Outside Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen to the paint. Rebound by the Magic. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Drew Holiday.
Despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So,
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Suggs surveys the D. To the inside. Here's Carter. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. Here are the Celtics with the ball. It's a three-point game. Inside. White with the steal. Pass to Holiday. Now Tatum. Outside White. Off target from outside. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Thank you for that, Allie. Carter from outside. Orlando again missing. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. This is so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim. Responding nicely with his own 3, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
Here's White. The rebound by Carter.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Suggs, no good. Left side, Holiday. The kick to Tatum. Unloads. No, he's made 3, missed 2 now. And here are the Magic now. Back to Suggs. Pass to Banchero.
2 minutes.
Suggs outside. And stolen by Holiday. And here's the fast break. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the Celtics in possession here. Kick out to Brown. No good from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Suggs, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Offensive rebound, Celtics. Outside Tatum. The three is up. Again, the miss by Boston.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, my goodness. How about the aggressiveness from Franz Wagner? Leaves no doubt on the dunk.
They kick it out to Porzingis. He drops it from range. It's all knotted up.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Suggs outside. Fires the three. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Magic ball. Substitution on the court.
43 seconds left to play in the first. Anthony with it. Wagner outside. Three-pointer. Gets the three ball to go.
Well, Mo Wagner, a legit threat from deep. This guy's so good at pulling the trigger when you give him an opportunity.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Anthony with a bucket.
Just keeping things simple on the offensive end. Cole Anthony more than happy to shoot in these kinds of situations.
Right side, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Tatum. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter.
The Magic, 15.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Magic here in this one?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Pass to Cornet. Back to Brown. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First team foul.
Here's Cornet, defended by Wagner. And here's Horford for three.
Well, he's got tremendously long arms, so Jonathan Isaac's so good at contesting that shot.
Out to Anthony. Here's Pritchard. Horford, right side. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that. This is the pace he wants to play at. Anthony finds his jumper off the bounce. Nicely done.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
Mo Wagner has a combination of size and skill that's special, and he knows how to adjust to contact.
All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But Does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all see.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort. This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Black. Shoots over Horford. Tries again. Back to Howard. Three-pointer, Anthony. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Number 27.
Celtics trail by 6. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Down low. Here's Cornette. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Here's Anthony. Horford with the block.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the fight.
Orlando making some changes. And here's Wagner. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Magic leading by 6. To the middle. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
You can see Suggs' vertical makes that dunk look effortless.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Walsh. Oh, it's stolen. In transition. Here's Banchero. Paolo Banchero flushing it home.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Hauser. Hits a three-pointer. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Pass to Hauser. There's 39 seconds left to the second period. Up top, Horford. 6 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Orlando ball. Substitutions for the Celtics.
Here's Orlando. They're on a 16-7 run. Wagner outside. 15 seconds left in the first half of this one. Outside Carter. He shoots a 3. Sinks the tray. And it's a 12-point Orlando lead.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so it's the Orlando Magic, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
The 3 from Suggs. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Holiday. Tatum drops the hammer.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Inside. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised you didn't come up with something a little more creative. Stolen by Carter. Down low. And Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Porzingis putting the size to work.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
And Banchero gets it to go.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Back to Brown. 5 to shoot. And Brown knocking down the triple.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
Banchero outside. Pass to Carter. Over Porzingis. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Here's Brown. And Brown rising high for the finish.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
NBA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Porzingis with it. Now Carter defending. Kick out to Brown. And the 3 off target.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Up top, Carter. Banchero outside. And stolen by Brown. Puts up a 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Making some changes. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game. Going inside. And Anthony slams it in.
Well, you see the burst of speed by Cole Anthony on that drive. Look out.
Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 12.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Anthony. Boston with a rebound. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. That one falls. And the Magic lead by 4.
Wow, how about the focus from the big man? Jonathan Isaac comfortable in the paint.
And Anthony slams it in.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
He made a three back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
And the jam by Brown.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there. Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Number 30, Sam Hauser.
Pass to Tatum. Now here's Porzingis. Right side Tatum. Here's Hauser. Off target from downtown. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game.
The Magic, 47.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Boston trailing. Now Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Hauser. It's stolen by Howard. To the inside. Here's Wagner. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hard for Wagner to avoid the contact. His shooting ability is going to have defenders reacting to him.
He does not get the second one. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defense. Oh, no, he did it!
Punch it home!
Nice!
Boy, you can see the speed by Cole Anthony on display. He can mix speeds. He can come right at you. That's a nice-looking drive.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Wagner with a screen. Right wing. Here's Black. Drains the triple. Black's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
But Cole Anthony's teammates appreciate playing with him because they know they're open. He's going to find them.
For 3. Pritchard, no good. Magic leading by 3. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Almost converts despite the contact.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
The 3. Outside Tatum. They set the pick. Back to Pritchard. Second chance effort. Anthony grabs the board.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Drives to the hoop. Second chance shot. There's Howard with the 3. They get it back. Isaac's shot is off.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Orlando leading by 5. For 3, Anthony. Not going to go that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. Brown looking around. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul.
And that one misses.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat. Wow, evolving before our eyes. Jonathan Isaac wanting the big bucket. Go ahead. You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Orlando with the ball. They held a 12-point lead earlier, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. White for three. Knocks down the triple.
And that finally gets them back to even.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Outside Carter. Outside Caldwell Pope. Down low. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Carter Jr. demanding that he be the guy to deliver in the big time moment. Okay, Wendell.
Porzingis sets a screen. Inside. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
Offensive rebound. And Caro. Second shot opportunity. No good at the rim.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
Outside White. Oh, he nails it! And tie game! Huge basket right there. Here's Suggs. Banchero the screen. Shot on the wing. Count it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
The kick out to White to take the lead. Oh, nails the triple!
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
The three from Suggs. Porzingis grabs the board. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Wagner outside. Beyond the arc. Misses the 3. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
The 3 from Banchero. No good there. And so it's Boston, who scraped by with the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end.
A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. An apple every day, keeping doctors homebound. Using the word they can be more than a pronoun.
And if you don't pray, they be breaking the quotes out.
So they say, so they say.